Morning, friends. Today we're going to be working on our H3T. It's getting a new grill and lower bumper cover. One of the previous owners decided to paint the chrome grill and texture paint the lower bumper. Well, it's flaky now, so we're going to replace it with new ones. All along, and hope you enjoy. This one's a little different because we have this winch bumper / grill guard we have to take off, and it's set up for flat toe, so it has a little extra bracketry and some extra bolts and nuts here and there. First thing we got to do is pull the power to the winch and pull the cables out on it, and I'll do that now. The first step we got to do, because we have a winch on here, is disconnect the power to the winch. So, take the two positive and negative off the battery here. Negative, or the positive. And we're good to go. This thing's pretty heavy. I think with the two of us, one of us got to run the camera, so we're using a cherry picker to hold it up. I'm going to take 4 bolts out, and we're going to slide it back with the cherry picker holding it up. That way y'all can see how it's done. This thing has a flat toe kit with a nut right here and a nut right here on the back side of the frame, and there's 2 matching on the other side. I got to take them 2 nuts off before I can do anything. So I'll get them out of the way and we'll continue working on. This is normally where the D-rings go. This is the flat toe mount that's on this particular truck, but these same 2 bolts are the same ones that will be on the D-ring. I think we're a different size for this particular one, but just picture this as the D-rings on your particular truck. Alright, that's these 2. Alright, that's this side. Now I got to do the other side. This bracket runs up here to one of the grill bolts. You got to pull it out to get the grill out. There's 2, one on each side. Alright, here we go. There's one. And now all I got to do is do the other. We've got all the bolts loose. It's sitting here hanging free. Got to back it up a little bit and walk the wires out. We're going to jiggle it back, see what happens. Alright. There we go. That's all that free. Now move it out of the way where we can continue working. Now, the next step in the process is to remove the grill. These 6 bolts, which I'll show you where they're at here in a second. Now, we already took these out when we pulled the grill guard out, but this hole, there's usually a bolt in there. You have to take this one, there's 1 on each side, that's 2 of the bolts you got to take out and take the grill off. The next fasteners that'll come out are right here in the corner on the grill, right under the hood. It's these little nuts, there's 1 on each side. The same spot on each side. We'll take them out and we'll show you where the next ones are. The next 2 fasteners is right here and over here. And take them out and we'll be ready to pop the grill out. Alright, that's both of them. And you can put these up and we'll pop the grill off. Alright, you just pull. There's 2 on each side. Sometimes you'll break when you go to take them out. So, in fact, that 2 just broke on this side. These 2 are good, those 2 are good. That's this off. Now we just got to swap out the new part. Alright, all that's left is to take the 4 outside bolts, 2 each side. They're up under here. Can't get the camera in me in here to show you how to take them out. So just follow your bumper around and you'll fill them. 2 bolts, hold the bracket, got a bracket too. Got lock nuts or little clip nuts on it. It's a 13 millimeter, take them off, 2 each side, we should be able to get the bumper right off. Alright, that's all 4 bolts loose. We'll slide it off and we'll set it down. And there we go. Now we're just tearing it apart and swap in the new stuff. You couldn't see this with the bumper on, so we decided to shoot it off. This is the bracket. There's one on the other side the same way. You have to come up through here in the fender well. There's 2 bolts right here. They're both 13 millimeter bolts. You take them 2 off, unhook the clips for the fog lights, and they should slide off. That being said, this is an Alpha model, so there's small differences where extra clips and clips that are not there. So mileage may vary. So it's time to separate the backing and the lower bumper from the upper bumper. Now I'll try to do this as an assembly best I can tell. There's 5 bolts and 4 clips. Bolts here, there's 2 clips here, and 2 clips here. We'll see if we can get them out and see how we look. Start popping the clips. There's one. That's all the clips. Let's get the bolts out. Alright, this is the last one, and we'll see if we can separate it. I'm going to have to put the metal bumper on. Right out here in a second though. One thing I missed, there's about 6 clips right here, 3 over here and 3 over there. It needs to pop off, or we can take them off. Each way is get you a screwdriver, lock them. Sometimes you need pliers. There you go. Do that the rest of them, and we're ready to just pull up and separate it.
Yeah,
Here we go. That worked just like I wanted it to. Set this down over here and get the new one. Here's the new one. May have to separate it. Yeah, I'll have to separate this to get it to work just right. There's tabs that slide in between, and to get them where I need them to be, I'm going to separate the steel bumper from the backing. It's just these 4 bolts right here. The last bolt, you should be separated after this. Yep, there's that. Alright, we got it separated. Now I'll start lining it all back up, put it back together. Take the metal bumper part, lay in place, and get the backing. Try not to die. Lay it in place. Jiggle it all around. Get it Just putting it back together. Reverse order if I took it apart. Trying to just get everything loosely installed. Once I get it all loosely installed, I'll let it all down. Stretch it around. Get it plugged in. That's that. Let's see. Oh, gotta separate this one. Next, put these 3 clips on right here. There's 3 on each side. All you do is push them down. And there we go. Now just run all the bolts up and we'll be ready to hang it. That's it. Just got to get these clips tightened up and we'll be ready to roll. Put the last clip on after I tighten them up a little bit. Just hit them with a hammer. My trusty anvil, and this thing's ready to go back on. Alright, going on with it. Come up here and set it on like so. Get it halfway around there. One. And there's the other. Last thing got to go on is these trim pieces. Goes under the headlights and behind the grill. They just slide on. Little clip. There's one push pin over here. Just line it up and push it in. And everything, there it goes. Now just put the bolts on to hold the bumper on. The next step is to put the 2 bolts in that's in the fender well on the bracket I showed you earlier. One. There's 2. Swap sides. I'll get them started and I'll run them down. That's loosely installed. We'll leave it that till we can get the bumper guard put back on. Then I'll tighten it all down. Next up is rebuilding the grill. Alright. To get the backing off from the grill, it's got these 2 studs, these 4 clips as best I can tell. We'll get all that loose and see if that comes off. I guessed right. And that's this off. Would be. Right. Let's see if we can get these clips off. There's one. 4 more to go. Or 3 more to go. Out with the old one. In with the new. First step is to put the clips back on. They just push them real firm. They get the seat back on. Then you take the insert and you lay over the clips and the studs. Make sure you got everything lined up, and just squeeze it on. Then put your 2 nuts back on, and it's ready to go. Alright, it's ready to be installed. Alright, one last piece we got to install is the clips. To hold it on in the corner, you just really hard to get them in. There's 2 in each end. Good.
Tight, huh?
You.
There it goes.
Put on the plastic off. Come on in chicken. And here we go. Just a simple line it up.
Ready.
Installs opposite of taking it apart. You just put these, after you get it clipped on, you put these 4 bolts, 2 bolts and 2 nuts on. Run them down, and we put the forward end when we put the grill guard on. That's the last one, for now anyway. There we go. Next we put the grill guard on. Alright, we've got everything lined up now. We've got to put our flat toe mount on. So took the screws back out, bolts back out. Realign our piece here where it's in line. Get it going. The other bolt. The other one over. Bring them up. Do the same to the opposite side. Last thing for us doing the bumper guard is installing it, the 2 bolts that goes through the grill. I got it in. Tighten her up. Do the other side. Alright, we've got the grill guard back on. Now we got to get under there and tighten all the bolts up and put the nuts on the back of the for the flat toe parts. That's next. Alright, that's those 4. Now we got to tighten up the outer bumper brackets and we'll be done. Alright, that's this side. Let's go to the other side, finish up. Alright, that's that. Now we've got to plug in the fog lights. That one. Up here to this side. And where's that? There it is. And plug it in. And we're done. That wraps everything up. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Subscribe and like, and come back next time. May have another project for you.